Why would I part with the one thing that connects me to her?
Frodo. What are you doing, Frodo? I see you looking over here. As a super fan, you should do what's best for Borealis.
And who are you? You don't speak for her.
She's gonna resent you if you keep the slate.
I don't want that. She should know I appreciate her.
It's actually not her best work.
That would explain why she just
I can't believe that
left
worked.
it there. As much as I hate to admit it, you're right. Okay, you can have the slate. But next time I stop by, I want to hear a mod so sick it beats the piss out of my brain.
I don't think I've had any creepy stuff happen yet, which is nice. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. I've had people who, there was somebody who early on when I started streaming, like early in 2022, like middle of the, like when I first started going, that summer, had a person who got really active with the channel, and he was donating big amounts of money, like $500 a month, in super chats and memberships and stuff on the channel. And he did that for like 6 months, and it was like it got to the point where, and he was always there, and it's nice to have people be supportive and everything else, but then at one point there was like, hey, where do you live? I'm gonna send you some stuff. And it was like, yeah, no, I'm not telling you where I live. Like,
Hello.
I think that, you know, everybody's got different levels of personal disposable income, and it's great to have people want to support the channel and support in different ways and do donations and stuff. That's great. But that one was the only time I've ever felt slightly uncomfortable, because there was, you know, the hundreds of dollars per month was kind of, it felt weird because, you know, most people, you know, I've got some big spenders who will do a couple $100s a month from time to time. I'd say most of the people are just have recurring memberships on YouTube or recurring memberships on Twitch, and so they'll drop, you know, between memberships and the occasional one-off donations, a lot of people will do $15 to $35 a month, you know. I feel like that's probably the average. And then we have a few big spenders who will do $50+ a month, but that guy was doing like $500 a month or more for like 6 months. It was like, thanks, but also here's your slate.
A fan, really. Although, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter
Joe
if
says,
it's
my
things
roommate's band was
or
supposed
my
to open
time.
for Oasis, but they ended up having that fight at the MTV Music Awards at breaking up the week before the show. It's a tumultuous relationship, yeah. It's the price of fame. Without the fans, you don't have a career.
I get that. There's definitely a line you shouldn't cross.
This is true. There's definitely a line
But
you shouldn't cross.
Sounds like it all worked out in the end. I've got my slate, which means the people who
I
did
would
that
not
trip,
want people to know where I live.
inspirations like a
And
wave.
granted, there are some whack jobs out there who
Sometimes
could probably
it's hard
find
to
out where
catch
I
it
live.
before the break.
Um,
That's what this slate is. A still wave. A
it's
feeling
pretty
frozen in
terrifying to
time.
hear some of the horror stories of people like in
And
the
I
U.S. who have
appreciate you
gotten
bringing it back
their
to me.
houses swatted. Dr. Disrespect has had his house. I think it was a few years ago. His house got shot at like 3 or 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I can't even imagine being at that point where, you know, you're gonna have people that come by and shoot at your house because they don't like something you said on a stream or something. Or worse yet, you know, you get the people who come in and want to rub one out on all your curtains, and, you know, somebody else comes in and rubs one out in your box of Cheerios. Like, there are some creepy people out there. We're going to take a break from these missions really quick, guys. We're going to go take out some space pirates. Akazar says, I miss when the real battle of the bands was accidentally breaking the drummer's hand in a one-versus-one pickup basketball game. Ooh, what is this over here? Shipping crate. I think that's on the other side of the asteroid. Oh! I may have hit that asteroid a little bit. My bad. Ah. This one's definitely closer. Dennis says after that story you should get a sponsor in the home security space. I use these cameras in my home. I remember when, love him or hate him, but the guy, Smedley, the guy who used to run Sony for years and years and years, you know, a bunch of people got pissed off about the NG for Star Wars Galaxies and stuff. And I remember that one point, you know, he got on that plane and the hacker group, I forget the hacker group that did it, called in a bomb threat on the plane. They like hacked his social security number, ruined his credit, you know, all because they were upset because he patched a game and he did something to a video game that they loved, and they took it upon themselves to try to financially ruin the guy and try to get him, you know, legitimately, you know, hurt with fake bomb threats and stuff. Like, people out there, there's some sick, twisted people out there. I was watching some clips last night from the Mad Max Fury Road stuff, and they were showing off some clips from the Cannes Film Festival, and there was like some people who were like Anna, the blonde girl in that film, I can't remember her name, Anna something, the girl who plays Furiosa, and she was walking along with her security guards, and these guys like jumped the fence and like literally like grabbed her and like pulled on her dress and were like, sign my shit, and like, and I was just like, holy fuck. Like, some people will say that's the price of fame, that's the price you get for, and I'm like, I don't agree. I do not agree that that's the price that you should have to pay. Like, that's my personal space. Fuck off. Like, I totally get the guys who like physically assault like paparazzi and stuff. Like, get that camera out of my face. Bam! You know, like, it's one thing, you know, you're taking pictures from the other side of the fence. It's the other thing, you're right up in my face. You're trying to grab me. You're touching me. You know, like, that's
We're gonna do a quick scan
not
for
cool.
contraband, and you can be on your way.
Anna Taylor-Joy, that's who I'm thinking of, yeah.
All right, you're good. Welcome to Aquila City.
Can you imagine? Like, I can't imagine being like superstar, like Tom Cruise. Like, that guy can't go anywhere. You know, there's a reason he just lives on, you know, flies around in helicopters and private jets. And, you know. I think it was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was talking about, you know, when he finally was able to transition from using public gyms to private, to having, you know, being able to be a big enough movie star that he was able to get the movie producers and stuff to like oh, it's a ship, to be able to I thought that was space loot, to be able to get like having a private gym in these movie contracts, because the public gyms got to be the point where he couldn't work out at the public gyms because he goes into the gym and he's just being assaulted. Like, maybe not physically assaulted, but like, you know, you've got 40, 50, 60, maybe 100 people showing up trying to ask for autographs, and they're wanting to talk to you, and they're always in your face, and they don't respect you, and you're just trying to get a, you know, you're just trying to get a pump, you know. It's like, ugh. And then God forbid you do something where you screw up and you make a mistake, and what's his name? The guy who played Kramer, Michael, fuck, I forget his last name. He just did his first interview in 18 years, I think, a few days ago. And he spent 18 years not working in showbiz. He doesn't need to work in showbiz. You know, Seinfeld paid him enough to, you know, never need to work again, ever. But the amount of vitriol that people still have after 18 years, despite the fact that he's, you know, he made the mistake, he apologized for the mistake, he's done 18 years of being canceled and reparations and asking for forgiveness and just self-reflection, all the things you're supposed to do when you fuck up, and yet people still think that he should die on a fire, burn on a cross. Same thing with Mel Gibson. You know, Mel Gibson said some horrific shit when he was drunk, and it's like, it's even worse when you've made a mistake in a public manner like that, because then it's like, you know, you're not just someone who is, you don't just have the adoring fans, now you have adoring fans, and you have like the raging psychopaths who are happy to like off you, you know, because you said something that offended somebody. Not saying that those are, you know, actions that, you know, but everybody, A, deserves forgiveness, and B, especially if it's been years and years and years and years and years, you know. You're welcome, Joe.
Remember, some life forms don't need
Oh yeah,
space
Tom Cruise has
suits,
tons
so
of
keep your eyes
bodyguards,
open.
Cowbell. What is that over there? It's definitely sort of a structure. Autonomous Dog Star Factory. Oh, oops. I started watching Dexter with Chris. I've seen it. I watched it when it aired. and she hasn't seen it before. And if you've never watched it, without spoiling anything, the first season, you know, the ice truck killer. And I know who he is now because I've seen the show before when it was airing on the air, and he made his appearance in last night's episode. Chris isn't watching or in the room, so she doesn't know this. And I can't wait for her to, when the reveal happens, I can't wait for her to freak out because it's a beautiful reveal. And it's just when you're watching it the second time, you're like, oh. What's up? You coming over here, Smeagol? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. No, don't step on the keyboard. Come here, you big baby. Hi. Yes. I gotta give him his 90 seconds before he'll squirm here in a minute.
Is rated for long-term exposure to this level of cold.
Hi. What are you doing? Are you awake now? You want to go get some food, probably. This guy has gotten big. I haven't weighed him in a while, but he's got to weigh like 7 or 8 pounds now. Yeah, Mr. 2 years old. You're like easily 3 or 4 pounds bigger than your other brother. He is by far the biggest. Him and Lucas. Yeah. What's up? Oh, meow. Yeah, you're a good boy. I'm always happy to pause my play sessions for kitty cuddles. Yeah. You were late coming home today. Yeah, you didn't come home till almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Out in the field. Oh, there he goes. Alright, I gotta take him out. Feline overlords. Yeah. So I never even read the book, Joe, for Dexter. I'm kind of glad I never did because I really liked the show. Like it's kind of like The Expanse. I never read the books for The Expanse. I would be happy to go back and read the books now that the show is done, but I'm very glad that I didn't read the books before the show because it's a lot easier to just separate the two. I'm pretty good at separating different mediums anyway, just because I've been an author for 20 years now. And so it's easy for me because I've done so many projects that you just learn to turn off your brain when people are editing and modifying for different mediums. Some people don't have that ability. Some people get really triggered because your books are better, the books this, that, the other. I very much appreciate like Brandon Sanderson going out in public and talking about how TV shows and movies need to be different than the books, period. Comic books needs to be different than books. Books need to be different than short stories. Short stories need to be different than films. Films need to be different than series. Series need to be different than miniseries. Miniseries need to be different than YouTube short series. Need to be different than theater plays. Need to be different than blah 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 blah. Very happy. Very very happy. And it's probably just got parasites, Valinar. Oh, I just got to hide another user from the channel for coming onto my Star Wars Acolyte video and making a rant about how Disney's woke. Oh, and here's another one who's ranting on my Starfield video from the morning, talking about those temples are so fucking lame, man. Guess what? You're getting hidden from the channel too. There's nothing more satisfying. I probably hide 50 to 100 people from the channel these days. It's amazing. Like, it is so satisfactory to see these whiny little bitches and just be like, rant into the void, bitch. Rant into the void, bitch. Rant into the void. Hide from channel. Like, you want to critique, hey, the temples were, they finally felt repetitive, because they're repetitive. The temples were repetitive, but when your first statement is, the temples were so fucking boring, I'm just hiding you from the channel. Like, you're not critiquing at that point. You're just, you're ranting. Someone is saying, you're telling me that I should accept Star Wars because it's poorly written and woke bullshit? Hide from channel. Love it. My channel, my views. But thanks for the paycheck, bitch. Because I still get paid. Alright. Get back to this now. I'm not a fan of the temples. Like, definitely not a fan of the temples. Like, I think the first few are okay, but they're just repetitive. It's totally repetitive. I'm not a huge fan of that concept, but I'm also not going to say that they're fucking pointless, man. Fucking stupid. No, it's not. It's the way they chose to do it. You make a game. You make it how you want to make it. Otherwise, shut up. Okay, we've got... There's no way I'm hitting that robot from here. Oh, I did get it. Oh, he's not dead, though. He is now. Alright. I don't think I've ever looked into, like, better sniper rifles. Probably have to get closer because I think all the rest of them are up in there somewhere. Oh wow, this planet has no gravity.
Don't leave any of that behind.
There's There's no entry points over here, are there? Doesn't look like it. Right, Dennis, exactly. As long as you spread them out, they're not... Oh, shit. Oh, no! Oh, no! Ah! I've alerted everyone.
I don't think we're alone.
I think there's only one more up in the hills somewhere. Got him. We're good. Oh, whoa, no, where'd you come from? Oh, that's Sarah. Ha! I put her in new gear and I forgot. Ah, I do need to get her a new helmet, though. She looks way better in that suit, though. Why is she using a pistol? I gave her a shotgun.
Any troubles? You need to dropping off a few choice items?
Yeah, I gave you a shotgun. Equip. How do you have a pistol? You don't even have a pistol in your inventory. Do I need to give her some ammo? Alright, now she's got a shotgun equipped.
Oh, I love our little chats. You know how to make a woman feel special.
That's right, I give you a shotgun, now you feel special. That's all you gotta do to make a woman happy. Give her a shotgun. Yeah, larger temples with more interiors would be fun. It could be cool to have different puzzles too, but at the same time, it's like puzzles are complicated to design, and that's man hours, man. I mean, it's like it's one of those things where in a perfect world, yes, but also I don't ever see people, springing for the extra, $500,000 it would take to pay the engineers the salary to develop the extra systems that would, make, or the world builders or all those other things. I think a lot of people just don't understand how game dev works is what it comes down to when it comes to the ranty people. What's up? Sure, thank you. Do you want to take the other cup? Here. You demand a perfect world? Yeah, most people do, unfortunately. All joking aside.
Gonna take you apart. Had enough?
Oh, you're on fire!